What happens when you take 2024's most popular PC and Xbox game and fuse it with the most popular gacha game of all time? Does Jesus come back? Does Tectone grow hair again? No. You wanna know why? Because you get another Genshin clone? Another Genshin killer? You get Azur Promilia. Azur Promilia is an up-and-coming gacha game that is highly anticipated mainly by Genshin and Wuthering Wave players. Although the game isn't out, I'm going to do my best to give it a gacha review from what we know so far, and I'm going to give my honest thoughts about this game just from what I've seen from their little demo video. My name is Kamiziaxis, and today we're going to be giving a pre-gacha reality check for Azur Promilia. Studio Manju is the development team behind Azur Promilia and are also the developers for Azure Lane. Now, I'm not 100% sure if Azure Lane is going to be the prequel to Azur Promilia, as Azure Lane is actually about warships and none of that actually has to do anything with Azur Promilia. So I want to come to the conclusion that Azur Promilia is just going to be in the same universe as Azure Lane, but completely different storylines. Studio Manju actually describes Azur Promilia as the latest fantasy world RPG with creature companionship. Now, at the time of the recording, Azur Promilia doesn't actually have a release date, but you can go onto their website and pre-register for the game. Now, on their website, they actually give you some information about the world, some of the characters, some of the companions, and some of the bosses that the game has to offer. But what makes Azur Promilia similar to Genshin Impact and Power World? The answer is very simple. It's an open world anime RPG gacha game just like Genshin Impact, where you have to take care of your companions just like Power World. Although I do still think the game is very unique, I can understand why people wouldn't want to get into another game like this. Now, when it comes to a gacha game, every gacha game needs to have that pizzazz factor, but personally, I don't know if Azur Promilia has it. When it comes to the character designs, I feel like it's a bit lackluster, as the characters all look the same, just with a different hairstyle and different color scheme. Now, obviously, this is just a personal feeling since not everyone is going to agree with this, but it kind of reminds me of a video I seen of Goku's face and it being switched around with different hairstyles, and every time it went to another character's hair design, you would see that character completely. Now, you can't say it's because of the universe and the overall character design, but when I look at Bennett in Genshin Impact and Zhongli in Genshin Impact, I don't see the same character, not one bit. And that's the point I'm trying to get at with this game. Not to mention that at the time of the recording, this game seems to be a only female-based game, meaning that there will be no playable male characters as of right now. And if we go back to Azure Lane, they also don't have any male characters, so it's not out of the question to say that this game will never get playable male characters, which personally I don't find to be a problem at all, but I can easily see a lot of people finding that to be lame. Now, gameplay is important in every gacha game because the gameplay is what makes you play the game. And I can honestly say, if you liked Genshin Impact's combat, you're gonna like Azur Promilia's combat. If I had to describe Azur Promilia's combat, I would say it's slightly more difficult than what you get from Genshin Impact, but not as advanced as Wuthering Wave's combat system. Based on Azur Promilia's gameplay demo video, you have a team of 3 characters with your normal and heavy attacks, and a total of 3 skills. Those 3 skills being your main ability, your special ability, and your companion's ability. Do note that you are actually never always fighting alone because your companion is actually helping you on the field doing normal attacks to the enemy. The game does also offer some skill-based abilities such as perfect dodge, dodge counters, and QTEs. One thing I noticed off rip while watching this demo gameplay video is that there is a gauge over your HP bar. Once you have enough energy that equals to 1 full diamond, then you can go ahead and proc the QTEs, and it also looks like characters have ultra skills just like in Wuthering Waves. But since this is a pre-gacha reality check, there isn't much I could talk about when it comes to mechanics within the game, but here is a gameplay sequence just so that you can have a look for yourself on how Azur Promilia plays.
我会为耶鲁献丑。察觉到了，这是不对的时机。时机已至，邪命竞散。终身穿提华尔兹，惊人的意志，只为变革而找到开。倒下吧！
Personally, I love the combat system in this game. But remember that this game has the power world aspect, meaning there's more to just fighting in this game. Besides the obvious world exploration, this game also has survival mechanics, meaning you have to collect companions, build a base, create a society so that you can survive in the world of Azur Promilia. I do also want to note that in the demo video, there was actually a scene where a baby bird evolved all the way up to an adult bird, which makes me believe that there are companion evolutions in Azur Promilia, which I personally love and actually most excited for. I find it to be a nice way to kill time in this game rather than just picking mints all day. If you're a Genshin player, please don't feel bad, it's just a funny meme. Honestly, I'm excited for Azure Promilia. There are definitely a lot of things that I do not like, but they are personal preferences, such as almost everything feeling to have that chibi and cutesy vibe, and all the characters looking quite similar to me. But besides that, I think the gameplay is great. I love the survival aspect of the game. The world looks the same as every other open world. And I like the fact that I'm going to actually be able to build a bond with my companions. But will this game be the Genshin killer? No. Please don't even argue it when this game comes out. There's no chance. Will this game be the Wuthering Wave killer? No. There's no chance. Don't even try and argue it. Honestly, we just need to wait for the game to come out so we could come to a conclusion if the game is really good or not. But besides all that, it's your boy Kami Zeoxys. This was the pre-gacha reality check for Azure Promilia, and you guys let me know down below in the comments if you guys are excited, what you're looking forward to, if you're not gonna play it, all that good stuff, because I'll be reading it. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, and comment if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Po po.
Yes, Kami.